สวัสดีครับตลาดซื้อขายมาถึงเรียบร้อยแล้วนะครับผมอยู่กับ Fabrizio Romano เหมือนเช่นเดิมนะครับเหมือนเช่นทุกตลาดนะครับแล้วก็มีคำถามมากมายมาถาม Fabrizio นะครับก็เป็นกำลังใจให้กับ Fabrizio ในการทำเนื้อหานะครับแล้วก็รายงานข่าวต่อไป so Fabrizio how are you doing
All good, all good. Thank you, my friend. Big pleasure to be here, and thank you again for your invitation. It's a pleasure.
okay for the first question what's the latest information about the takeover saga and the movement of Sheikh Yassim bin Hamad Al Thani and 92 Foundation
Yeah, we have to wait, my friend. It's a long time that we say the same, but this is the reality. It's just time to wait for the Glazers. They have to make a decision. I really hope it will happen soon because Man United fans and team and manager deserve to have news as soon as possible. The transfer window is starting, and it's a really big pity to see Manchester United in this situation. But Sheikh Yassim remains in the race for sure because he's still working on this Manchester United deal. From Ineos Group is the same. They are still into the race. Both groups are still waiting to receive a feedback from the Glazers. Let's hope that this week is going to be crucial because both sides are waiting for a message from the Glazers, but timing will be really important. Timing will be crucial. I heard that also people into the coaching staff is really waiting to have information to prepare for the transfer window. Man United have their targets very clear, but it's time to go. It's time to enter into it and attack the situations. And so let's wait and see when the Glazers will give their final answer on this story.
okay in your opinion who will have more possibility to win the race between Sheikh Jassim or Sir Jim Ratcliffe?
Again, my opinion is not relevant in this story because, when you put that kind of money, like 4 or 5 billion pounds, it's not about my opinion or anyone's opinion. It's about the Glazers to decide. So it's crucial to see what the Glazers want to do. But I can say that Sheikh Yassim is really, really pushing. He really wants 100% of Manchester United. So I feel he already has a plan in mind. For sure, Sir Jim Ratcliffe with Ineos Group is also in conversation, but with different kind of project. So I'm sure that Sheikh Yassim is really, really insisting. Let's see. Again, it's on the Glazers. It's not on me, unfortunately. But I think that this one for Sheikh Yassim is a really important negotiation, and they will try their best to make it happen.
Okay. About the transfer budget, may assume that United will get 100 million pounds plus selling some players because it might be too soon for the new owner to arrange anything.
Yeah, probably this is the point. We have to understand the ownership. Also, speaking to many agents, it's not easy for Man United to proceed on many deals like Mason Mount or the new centre-back unless they know who is going to be the new owner and what kind of plan they have, how much they want to spend. And as you mentioned, the outgoings. Selling players is going to be crucial this summer for Man United. Many of them are available on the market, including Donny van de Beek, including Alex Telles, including Eric Bailly. So Man United are prepared to sell many players this summer, but this is going to be crucial to understand who's going to be the owner, how much he wants to invest in order to be ready to sign players. The priority is going to be, in any case, with any owner, the new striker, because Ten Hag wants a new striker as soon as possible.
Okay. So let's move to the transfer news. Are there any possibility that Harry Kane would move away from Tottenham? It's like they haven't want to sell Kane to the Premier League clubs. Also, there are news linking Kane and Real Madrid. Who will Real choose between Kane or Kai Havertz?
Yeah, at the moment between Real Madrid and Manchester United, they are in the same situation for Harry Kane. They're still waiting for Tottenham because at the moment there is no price tag fixed by Tottenham. So Tottenham have not communicated anything about Harry Kane. Like, okay, you can sign the player for that fee, and this is why both clubs are still waiting. We can confirm that Manchester United consider Harry Kane the perfect striker. So Erik ten Hag is big fan of Harry Kane. If he can sign one player, is Harry Kane. So the idea is to try, but they know that this is going to be very tough. First of all, in timing, because as I mentioned, there is still no price tag decided. So the negotiation will be very slow. I'm sure Daniel Levy, Tottenham chairman, will try his best to keep the player at the club at least for one more season. So this is going to be a difficult situation, a difficult negotiation. And Man United know that. This is why they have also other players in the list for a new striker. And then there is Real Madrid. For Real Madrid, now there is this Mbappe saga on again, and this is why this could change the situation of Harry Kane. Carlo Ancelotti appreciates Harry Kane, so he's convinced it will be a great option to replace Karim Benzema. But Real Madrid are in the same situation of Manchester United. They still don't know how much it takes to sign Harry Kane, and this is part of Tottenham's strategy. They want to make it slow, they want to make it difficult, and they hope to keep the player. So it's kind of strategy game, but I think that this is going to be very slow deal, not for this week, not even probably for the next one.
Okay, thank you. About the Mbappe saga, are there any chance that he will move to the Premier League or United after it's like you reported yesterday, he wants extend his contract at PSG, which lasts now only a year.
Yeah, only 1 year left, and for PSG the positioning clear. Extend the contract, so maybe discuss a new contract. Let's try to negotiate new terms. This is the message of PSG to Kylian Mbappe. Otherwise, they are prepared to sell him this summer and not to lose him as free agent. About Premier League, honestly, now from Chelsea, the message is that they are not working on this. I don't think this is a deal for Liverpool, Arsenal. For Man United, it could depend on the new owners. We have to see what happens with the owners, because at the moment there is nothing between Mbappe and Manchester United. Then I can't predict the future, so let's see if the new owner will come in and decide to do something for Mbappe. But at the moment, nothing is going on between Man United and Mbappe. So I still think that the most likely destination is Real Madrid. They wanted to act in summer 2024. So the original plan for Real Madrid was to do something this summer for another striker, maybe Harry Kane, and then to go for Kylian Mbappe in summer 2024. But now, with this relationship almost broken between PSG and Kylian Mbappe, this could change the plans. But in any case, Real Madrid are the big favorites. They feel they are the big favorites for Kylian Mbappe, and so they will have an opportunity already this summer to go for it.
Okay. About Rasmus Højlund, may I assume that he will be the first deal or the easiest chance for United to make a deal? Also, if United miss Kane or Victor Osimhen, who is quite expensive, what about another options? Randall Colomoni, Dusan Vlahovic, or Gonzalo Ramos, maybe?
Yeah, they have many options in the list because they want to be ready. They have to sign a striker. So, for example, last summer they had Darwin Nunez as a top priority. He joined Liverpool, and for Man United it was not possible to go for any other striker. Now they have many options in the list. Victor Osimhen remains in the list, but he's also in the list at other clubs, including PSG. So, not an easy one. They are also working on other possibilities. Colomoni is a player they appreciate, but it's not a negotiation at this stage, also because Eintracht Frankfurt want at least 100 millions. And let me mention on Højlund, your point is correct. It's probably the easiest deal. This is a very talented striker, a player who Erik ten Hag really appreciates. Manchester United have sent their scouts multiple times this year to follow the boy in Italy. It was in October and again in February, March. So they know Rasmus Højlund very well. Rasmus Højlund was a Manchester United fan as a kid, so he really raised the club highly. He really appreciates Manchester United. Atalanta wants 60 million euros. This is the fee for Rasmus Højlund, not less than 60 million euros. So for Man United now, the priority remains Harry Kane. This is why they are still not negotiating with Atalanta. But in case this Harry Kane deal will not go through or other options will be difficult, Højlund is an option. Højlund is one of the names they have in the list, and so is one to watch for sure this summer for Manchester United, because the player will be keen on the move.
Okay. Randall Colomoni, any possibility?
It's not that easy. He's on the list at Bayern, first of all. Bayern have Colomoni and Vlahovic in the list. So, you know, when it's about signing players in Germany with Bayern, it's never that easy to compete. And for Colomoni, Manchester United appreciate the player, but he's also worth 100 million euros. So it's not something that easy, and it's not something that concrete at this stage. Today, for Man United, the focus remains Harry Kane. If this is going to change, we will see what kind of option they will have.
So maybe assume that Vlahovic is on their short list?
He's on a short list at Bayern more than Man United in this moment.
Okay.
But at the moment, we have to keep it open, I think, for Man United, because Kane is the main target, but it's not easy. Osimhen is the other target, but Napoli want crazy money. And so I would keep the list open for Man United until the end of the summer, because for sure this summer they will sign a new striker for Ten Hag.
Okay. About Mason Mount situation, as you reported, it's like Chelsea set the price at 70 million pounds, and United may make a first bid maybe at 50 million pounds. Maybe they'll find a price that suits each other. But if Chelsea keep waiting and negotiating, maybe there are some financial fair play rules which might be the problems that affect them, and it may make them no choice except sell the player. How will FFP affect this deal for Chelsea?
I'm not sure this is going to affect in terms of price. I think it could affect in terms of timing. So for Chelsea, it would be important to sell the player in June, but I'm not sure this is going to change their plans on the price tag, because Chelsea have been really strong in the recent weeks. They want 80 million euros for Mason Mount, not less than this. For Man United, Mason Mount is a fantastic player. They know they can reach an agreement with Mason Mount on personal terms. They have no problem on that. So the main topic now for Manchester United is to make Chelsea understand that they can't pay 80 million for a player who's out of contract next summer. So now it's kind of strategy game. Man United want to pay less. Chelsea know that the player wants to go and Man United want him, so they will try to force this situation. I'm not sure that financial fair play will have a big impact. I think it's more about relationships. It's more about trying to find a way together. But when all parties want the same, I think there is always a big chance to make the deal happen. And in this case, Chelsea are prepared to sell the player because they can't lose him on a free next summer. They know that also other clubs, no one is going to pay 80 million for a player out of contract next summer. And so this is why for Man United it remains a very good chance to sign Mason Mount in this summer transfer window.
Any chance for United to sign Caicedo or Rice? I know Rice it's too hard because Arsenal is a front runners, right? And how about Caicedo?
Yeah, for Rice, Arsenal are the front runners. It's true that Man United explored this situation, but again, with new owners, it's complicated to enter into this kind of big deals. It's difficult. You need new owners, you need clear plan, you need clear project, and so it's difficult. For Caicedo, Man United always been in good contact with people close to him, so they are kind of informed on the situation of Caicedo. They were close to signing him when he was in Ecuador, so he's always been a player appreciated by Man United with good connection to Man United. But now, if you want my honest opinion from what I'm told, I don't think Man United are close or front runners to sign Caicedo. Chelsea are on it and are very strong on this negotiation. Arsenal are interested, but Chelsea are stronger in this deal at the moment. And for Man United, it's complicated with new owners still waiting to enter into the club, to enter into this kind of race, to fight with these clubs and to pay big money for Caicedo.
Okay. About goalkeeper situation, in your opinion, who will be the one that United will get? Because Tottenham is negotiating with Brentford about David Raya. Diego Costa is always on United radar, but the price is quite high. And also Andre Onana from Inter Milan, and also Jordan Pickford as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important to understand what happens with De Gea, because if De Gea will sign the contract that he verbally agreed, because he's verbally agreed since the end of March. So if De Gea will sign that contract and everything will be completed, I don't think that these goalkeepers will be in Manchester United list. I don't see them spending 75 million for Diogo Costa or 60 million for Onana. I think they will go for something cheaper and something that could be for the future, and then sign maybe a top goalkeeper next summer. Then, if De Gea will not sign the contract and maybe be tempted by the Saudi opportunities, because Saudi clubs are still there, are still trying to tempt David De Gea, in that case, they can go for an important goalkeeper. But let me say that the budget is crucial. As we mentioned before, it depends on the new owners, but the budget is important. And if you spend 60 or 70 millions on the goalkeeper, then you have to sign the midfielder, you have to sign the striker, you have to sign the centre-back. So it becomes complicated. And it makes no sense to waste 80% of your budget on a goalkeeper if De Gea signs a new deal. So the idea is to clarify the Gea situation as soon as possible and then to find a smart opportunity. I don't think they will spend 60 or 70 million on a goalkeeper if De Gea stays.
About young goalkeeper, a cheaper option, the name of Bart Verbruggen, who linked with Brighton, maybe.
I think Brighton
any names about the young goalkeeper and cheaper option in?
It's difficult to make the names
in
because
your information.
in this moment it's not advanced. No, it's not advanced. This is the problem. The problem is that it's not advanced. It's just about Man United speaking to agents, but it's not something concrete or advanced because their priority is to clarify about De Gea. Bartis from Anderlecht is a goalkeeper that they've been following, but at the moment Brighton can offer him the opportunity to be the first goalkeeper, so in competition to be the first goalkeeper, and this is something that when you have De Gea at the club is more complicated. So this is why I think it would be something different for Man United and not him.
Okay, last question about center backs. How's the possibility that United will get Min Jae, who has a release clause that can activate next month, as you always reported? Also, you mentioned Axel Disasi as a plan B.
Yeah, plan A remains Kim, but on Kim, again, as we said, there's release clause, and there are also other clubs around Europe interested in Kim. So when you see reports saying that it's done, Kim will join Manchester United, this is not done yet. So we have to be careful. There are contacts ongoing with these agents, but it's not a done deal yet. So let's keep it open to other clubs too. And plan B is Disasi because Disasi wants Manchester United. So Man United spoke to the player side. The player would love to join Man United. There are positive conversations. So Disasi would love to make this move, but Man United have not approached Monaco yet. So again, new owners, budget, decisions to be made. This is why the market is low for Man United, but Disasi is in the list for sure.
Okay, thank you และนี่คือการสัมภาษณ์ฟริโซโรมาโน่นะครับ ก่อนที่เราจะได้ทราบว่า United จะได้ใครในตลาดซื้อขายรอบนี้ก็เป็นการเปิดตลาดซื้อขายด้วยการเชิญ Romano มาพูดคุยกับแฟนบอลชาวไทยนะครับ so great pleasure always to talk with you Fabrizio
My
and
pleasure, really.
hope we will see each other next time
See you soon. Thank you. And big hug to all Manchester United fans. Ciao.
okay